Good morning, children. Today we are going to study about sets. You already have studied this chapter earlier and you must have some idea about sets. Let me ask you, what is a set? And more particularly, you must know what is not a set. So what is a set, and also you must know what is not a set. So first of all, the definition goes like this. A set is first a collection, and second, well defined. So a set is a collection of well defined objects. So you can divide the definition into categories: collection as well as well defined. So let us start with some examples. Suppose you ask your friend to go to a garden and get some flowers. Is your statement, though you are asking for a collection of flowers, fine, the first condition is satisfied. But is your collection well defined? Some flowers? No, because it will depend upon your friend's choice that which flowers does he bring. So it will not form a set, though it is a collection, but it is not well defined. Now in second example, let us say you go to a bookshop and ask for class 7 set of books of Jaipuria school, Seth Hamar Jaipuria school. So in this case, since you are telling the name of the school as well as you are also telling the class, so the shopkeeper will understand that what you are asking for. So you are asking for a collection and your collection is also well defined. The school is defined and the class is defined. But if you go to another bookstore and ask for class 7 books, so again you are asking for a collection of class 7 books, but is it well defined? No, because you did not tell the name of the school. So will he be able to provide you class 7 books? No, until unless you define for which school you want the books and for which class you want the books. Or take another example, if you ask for a set of colors, so will he be able to give you colors until unless you define what kind of colors you want, whether you want watercolor, whether you want dry color, whether you want crayons, right? So you are again asking for a collection of colors, but your colors are not well defined. So I hope it is clear what is a set and what is not a set. So a set is a collection of well defined objects. So I think you can give some examples by yourselves, because after the class you'll have a Google form in which you'll have to tell that which is a set or which is not a set. So you have to understand the video, the concepts explained very well, and ask yourself some questions that in which case it is a set and in which case it is not a set. Suppose I say, name some rivers of India. Is my question well defined? Though I am asking for some rivers, it will form a collection. But will everybody's answer be same? No. Somebody will write 5 rivers, somebody will write 6 rivers, 10 rivers, and their answer will also be different. So if everyone's answer for a particular question is not same, then it will not form a set. So a collection of rivers of India will not form a set. Take another example. Suppose I say, write a collection of English alphabets. So English alphabets will some English alphabets If I ask you to write some English alphabets, is my statement well defined? What will be answer? It should be no, because some English alphabets. So which English alphabets you are going to write? So everybody's answer will be different. But suppose I modify this statement. I say first 5 alphabets. Write first 5 alphabets of English. Right? So everybody will write A, B, C, D, E, because it cannot change. So everybody's answer will be same. So it will form a set, and this also you learned. When we write a set, we put curly bracket. It is compulsory to put curly bracket, then only it will form a set. So this is actually denoting a set, representation of a set in curly bracket form. So in curly bracket, we denote a set, or you can say it is a symbol of set. Curly bracket, you write inside something or you don't write, but curly bracket should be there to write a set. Okay? So I hope you understood. You form 5 statements by yourselves, though it is not a homework for you today, but you can by yourself form 5 cases in which it is a set and 5 cases in which it is not a set. Now open exercise 5.1 of your book and look at question number 1. State which of the following collections are sets. The first is all states of India. So tell, will it form a set? Yes, it will form a set, because all states of India are fixed. So the answer number 1 is yes, it is forming a set. Second, 4 cities of India having more than 1 lakh population. So will it form a set? No. Why? Because you don't know which city is here to name, and everybody's answer will not be same, because there are many cities whose population is more than 1 lakh. If you are writing, say, Lucknow, Hyderabad, Delhi, or Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, so somebody is asking some other cities. So it depends upon the one who is answering. So everybody's answer is not same. So it is not forming a set. It is not well defined which city is here to tell. Third, all tall students of your school. Now understand one thing. All quality words like tall, short, heavy, small, big, good, bad, beautiful, these words are not well defined. You cannot measure beauty. You cannot measure the heaviness. You can measure the weight, but you can't say it is heavy or it is not heavy. Right? Honesty. Can you measure honesty? No. So these quality words are not well defined, so they will never be set. So all tall students of your school, all intelligent children of your class, all the students of your section who are good in maths, can you tell all students of your section who are good in maths? No, because everybody's opinion will be different. So the answer is no. I said no, but I wrote yes. It is no. The fourth is 4 colors of a rainbow. Set or not a set? It is not a set. Why? 4 colors can be any 4 colors. If somebody is asking you to name all the colors of rainbow, then your collection will form a set, because all 7 colors are well defined. But 4 colors can be any 4 colors. all beautiful flowers, I said beauty cannot be measured, so beautiful can be any, so the answer is no. 6, all clever people, again the quality, so it is no. 7th, last 3 days of a week, so the days are fixed, first day, second day, third day, so the answer is yes, last 3 days of the week, or all 7 days of a week will form a set. Any 3 days of a week will not form a set. 8th, all months of a year having at least 30 days, will it form a set? You know which months have 30 days or which months have 31 days or less than 30 days. All months of a year having at least 30 days. At least means 30 days or more days. So yes, it will form a set because you know the name of the months which have 30 or more days. So in first case, 7th and 8th case, it is forming a set, and in another case it is not forming a set. So that is why I said you must know what is a set and what is not a set, right? Now when we write a set, for example, I have written a set here. Now if I write them in curly bracket, it is forming a set, right? So here in curly bracket it is written first 5 alphabets A, B, C, D, E. So these are called elements of the set. What are they called? Elements of the set. So A is an element of set, or A belongs to set, and that set can be named by any capital letter. So if we denote a set, we denote by capital letter. So let us say A equal to. It can be any letter that can represent a set, but it should be in capital letter, right? Now A, B, C, D and E all belong to set A. So they are an element of, A is an element of set capital A. Now how do we write in notation form, in symbol form? We write like this: A belongs to set A, right? A belongs to set A, D belongs to set A, right? Same as C and D and E belongs to. So this symbol is for belongs to. You can note down belongs to, or is an element of. So A belongs to A or is an element of. But suppose I write this: A belongs to A. Is it correct? This is correct. A as an element belongs to A, but this as a set does not belong to A. So understand the difference between writing this and this. So this is incorrect. This is incorrect to write. Okay? So I hope you understand the difference between the two. Okay? And suppose you have to write this not an element of, so you can also write this way: A is not an element of A. Or suppose if I write till E, so F is not an element of set A. So write belongs to and cut it, so it is for not an element of. Okay? Now, I think you also have studied about types of sets, right? So, do you remember about types of sets? You must have heard about finite and infinite sets. So, finite, you know, finite where there are limited or definite number of elements, it is called finite set. So a set having definite or limited number of elements is called a finite set. For example, if I write as set A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till 10, right? So I am writing all natural numbers from 1 to 10. So it is a finite set because it is having limited number of elements. But if I write another set, say b equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, is it a finite set? No, because it is not ending. So there are infinite elements, infinite natural numbers in this set. So this is not a finite set, it will be infinite set. So we have two kinds of sets here, finite and infinite sets. So actually this will be now infinite set. I hope you understand the difference. So in finite sets, for example, all alphabets of English language. So it will form a finite set, right? Or if I ask you all negative integers less than 1, all negative integers less than 1. So less than 1 you have 0, minus 1, minus 2, till where? Till it's not defined. Till where? So it is unlimited, so it will form infinite set. So finite where there are definite or limited number of elements, infinite where there are indefinite or unlimited or infinite number of elements. Natural numbers more than 5. So more than 5, 6, 7, 8, so on. So it is infinite sets. It is infinite set, right? So finite set you can easily recognize. Infinite you have to be more careful than finite set. All months of a year. So you have fixed months in a year. So that will form finite or infinite? Yes, it will form finite set. Next is singleton set. As the name suggests, when there is a single element in a set, only one element in a set, it is called a singleton set. Only one element, you must be thinking. Yes, there can be. Suppose I ask you to write a set of natural numbers less than 2. Natural numbers less than 2. So what will be your answer? Natural numbers start from 1. So you have only one natural number, which is less than 2. So it is a single element in the set, so it is a singleton set. Right? Name the present Prime Minister of India. How many Prime Ministers are there? Only one Prime Minister, and you all know his name. So it is a singleton set. Name the President of India. There is only one President of India, so it will form a singleton set. Name the capital of your state. If your general knowledge is not so poor, you can name, you live in Lucknow, so it is a capital of Uttar Pradesh, so that is forming a singleton set. So if there are more than one, it will not be a singleton set. Next, if there are, I told you about singleton set having one element. Now, if there is no element at all, no element, you must be wondering, no element, then it will not be a set. No, it can still be a set. In the beginning I told you a set is represented by this sign. And suppose you find nothing inside the curly bracket. So still it is a set if your collection is well defined. Right? Now think about empty set. Empty set it is called because it is empty. Or it is also called null set. And it is represented by this or simply this. Right? File. This is called file. And this is empty bracket. Now, can you give some example of empty set? Suppose I ask you, how many children of your class have their age more than 20 years, or say less than 5 years? Will there be any? Your class and section, will there be any whose age is less than 5 years or more than 20 years? I think your answer will be no. So it is forming an empty set. Is my question well defined? Yes, because I am asking from which age to which age you have to take the name of the children. So below 5 and more than 20, there would be no one in your class, right? Until unless you have adult education in your class, so that is not possible. So you have this as empty set. Now let us take some, this was a practical example, let us take some example from numbers. Name the, write some whole numbers less than 0. Is there any whole number less than 0? Is my statement well defined? Since the statement is well defined, so it will form a set. But can you write any whole number less than 0 in this bracket? No. So it will be empty set. So either you write this or you write this, but this is wrong representation. This is wrong to write empty set, right? So I hope it is clear what is an empty set. Or say, write on the integers, negative integers more than 0. Is there any negative integer more than 0? All are less than 0. So it will form an empty set. Okay. So go through the definitions. I hope they are all given in the book. You can revise them, and it will be followed by a Google form. The concepts which are explained in the video, you can attempt the questions based upon these concepts in the Google form. Thank you.